What are the top 5 resume mistakes you should avoid to get ahead in your career? We live in a content-driven economy, and your content is your face. Every one of us has a digital layer, and if you have not cared about how you represent yourself in your digital layer, you're closing doors of opportunities in your life. Just last year, I was interviewing someone for a content creation position, and I found him on LinkedIn. And what I really liked about what he did was, there was a position in a really hotshot startup in India, and he had created a video where he talks about why the top 5 reasons are that he is a perfect fit for that position. He didn't have a ton of experience, but he was very earnest, and in that video he made it very clear why he was going to go at the extra mile to become a part of this startup for that particular position. Now, if you're comfortable with a video bio to apply for a job, or if it is allowed for you to apply video bio, great. But generally most people still use written resumes, and I'm going to tell you the top 5 mistakes which people make when they submit a written resume. The first mistake they make is they try to go in chronological order, and they try to list all the achievements they've made in their life. Nobody wants to know everything you did in your life unless they're going to have a personal relationship or a friendship with you. If you're applying for a job, the person who's hiring you only cares about whether you are capable of being a part of that company, and if you can deliver on the job. Do you have the skill and the intelligence to execute the job, and can you get along with the team? So what is it that you can do in your resume to make sure that you come across that way? You don't put your entire life's history in chronological order on your resume. A lot of things matter when you apply for a job. In fact, your unpaid experience, your most recent experience, your relevant experience, these are the things which should be highlighted first when you apply for a job. The first mistake to avoid is, don't put everything you know about yourself on the resume and make it very wordy. Remember that the person who is screening your resume has less than a minute to look at your resume, and you have to convey maximum impactful information in your resume. So this is the first mistake to avoid. The second mistake most people make when they submit a resume is they don't customize the resume for the job. For example, I was hiring someone for content creation, and they did an editing job for a journal, and they have put that experience there and calling themselves editors. When you apply for a content creation position, please be courteous enough to call yourself a content creator on your resume. Otherwise, there is no match. They're not going to hire you. Now, that is the second mistake. You're not customizing your resume. For that, you need to make time, and you have to care about the resume. If you're applying to 10 jobs in a day, then you have to care 10 times to make sure your resume is customized to the job. The third mistake which most people who submit a resume make is they don't study how the resume process works in the company they are applying to. For instance, if you apply for a position where keyword scanning is a part of your resume parsing system, then you need to use the right keywords to describe your experience. Don't just put the words which you think are right. Find out what the system uses as keywords in the search in the database and try to apply using those words. The fourth mistake which people make when they write their resume is they don't try to find out what kind of resumes are being appreciated in the company. For example, if you apply to a job in Google, the way you submit a resume is very different from the way you submit your resume to another startup. So there is no one size fits all resume. Your resume has to also match the hiring process in the company to which you are applying to. But the fifth mistake which I want to talk about in this video is, guys, please do a spell check on your resume. Don't send resumes with spelling mistakes. It's the worst thing you can do. You may be the most talented person on earth. Whatever language you're submitting your resume in, please do a spell check. Please read your resume aloud and see if it makes sense, because your hiring manager has less than a minute, and having a spelling mistake on your resume can leave a really bad impression. Run your resume through spell check. And there's another very annoying habit people have. They randomly capitalize words they think are important and they make it bold. You don't capitalize a common noun, you capitalize a proper noun. You capitalize words which are followed by an acronym, or the word at the start of a sentence is capitalized. Otherwise, you don't capitalize it. There are other ways to highlight content. If you want to highlight your resume, make a section in the resume says career highlights and put all the top highlights of your career there. So these are the top 5 mistakes you need to avoid so that your resume really flies well with your hiring manager. I hope you found this useful, and if you think you are going to be better off watching this video and implementing it, please subscribe to this channel, talk about this channel and share it with your friends. This is a token of appreciation which keeps me going. I'm not making money out of this. I'm doing this out of goodwill to share knowledge. Please share this knowledge forward, subscribe to my channel, recommend the content here, and feel free to visit other videos. There are lots of videos on personal growth and development, and I'm sure you're going to come out as a star if you follow these hacks. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.